victories will open up in goal tonight for the Calgary Flames. Kiprasov, 26, 12, and 5. A .225 goals against average, save percentage of 92. He's in the goal to our left to start for Calgary tonight. Adam Monroe back between the pipes for Trent Yawney's team. Monroe's 6th appearance, 2-1-2 goals against, save percentage of 92. Goals against of .231. He's in the goal to our right to start the game for Chicago tonight. The officials for the game, the two referees are Brad Watson and Tom Kowal, the linesman Ryan Galloway and Don Henderson. And here we go now as the draw is cleared down into the Chicago zone. Comes around to the near point, bounced away from Leopold and out to center. Now the Flames have a pass that's deflected by Hilbert. Then he was tied up, taken down. Ginla's going to get a penalty. Andy Hilbert able to steal a rink-wide pass, and then a penalty that probably the Flames aren't real happy with from their captain.
Joe McGill is one of the guys that the Blackhawks are going to have to keep an eye on, and this is the best place to know where he is at all times. If he's in the penalty box, it's certainly not in favor of the Calgary Flames. You mentioned the captain hooks up Andy Hilbert on the first shift of the game, and usually the Blackhawks take the first penalty of the game. They're going to get a power play opportunity halfway through the first minute here.
The Hawk power play, nothing out of 10 their last 3 games. Hawks with only 34 power play goals in their first 49 games. They go up against the Calgary PK that's in the middle of the pack in the league. And now the draw cleared into the Flame zone. Leopold picked it up, chipped it around the boards. Calder steals near corner. Kyle Calder out to the line. Seabrook moved it back to Calder along the boards. His pass deflecting, and it goes out of the zone. The Flames, McCarty picked it up, trying to get around Seabrook. Not this time, as Brent Seabrook played McCarty perfectly. And now Verbata from deep in his own end had a problem. It's knocked away by Reinprecht. And finally, Hilbert able to get control of a loose puck with a minute to go on the Hawk power play. He'll dump it into the Flame zone. Cleared to the near side, Amati. His clearing effort held in. Arneson bangs it over to the far side. Hilbert put it in behind. Arneson from the end boards. Far side to Hilbert. He left it for Arneson, putting it out to the line. Here's Vandermeer, the deep slot. Far circle to Arneson. Side of the goal, Hilbert, with Calder out in front, but he couldn't get it to him. Now Arneson from the corner. Even a Hilbert in behind. His centering pass hit a skate. Flames retrieve, and Warner tried to clear. It's held in, though, by Vandermeer. Threw it in deep. That one picked off to Amati, clearing. And now Bell from his own end sends Arneson to the Calgary line. Left wing boards to Rene Bourque. He dropped it back to Vandermeer. Then to the far side where a coin shot is blocked, as Adrian Aucoin rejoins the Hawk lineup after missing the last 6 games. And now the Calgary penalty over. Both teams are at full strength. And Steven Reinprecht cleared it to center ice. Marcus Nilsson rolled it to Reinprecht. Hit hard. A big open ice jolt from Vandermeer. The Flames finally able to dump it in. And Aucoin puts it around the boards. Vandermeer for Curtis Brown on the right side, in over the line. Brown with a backhand shot. Blocker saved by Kiprasov. Rebound is cleared back to center. Cullimore will dump it in there. Now the Flames, Donovan able to trickle it back to the center ice area. And the Hawks, Holmquist dumps it in. Holmquist into the far corner is checked by Hammerlick. Now dropped it back to the line, but Seabrook's shot never got through. And the Flames look to move back in. Here's a shot and a save by Monroe on Kobasu. Rebound came toward the slot area, jumped away from McCarty. He threw it in front. That didn't connect. Now the Flames, Kobasu, put it in behind the Hawk goal. Then a centering pass in front. Oh, Kobasu just had his stick tied up. by Danny Richmond in his first shift as a Hawk, and Richmond gets to the line. Now forced into the corner, hit there, but held the puck. Danny Richmond wearing number 44 in his first Blackhawk shift. Rolled it in behind the Calgary goal. Yakubov got it to Hilbert. He shoots one and a glove save by Kiprasov, who will hang on to it.
You mentioned Danny Richmond acquired today in a trade, or not acquired from a trade. He was acquired last week for the trade for Anton Babchuk. He got called up today, and he's getting his first chance in a Blackhawk uniform. You mentioned, Pat, he is a Chicago kid from Buffalo Grove. Played with the Team Illinois here. And Mark Giangreco, the great announcer here in Chicago, played along with his son. So well known to this area. And Steve Richmond, also his father, 5 seasons in the National Hockey League with the Rangers, Detroit, New Jersey, Los Angeles. Tough, competitive kid. And Trent Yanni said that when the trade was made, this guy is a competitive son of a gun, to use better choice of words than he did.
Well, Giangreco, you said their families are very close. He was really upset with Richmond before the game because Mark came down to see him. Of course, Mark's got to go back and do the late news on Channel 7, as he always does with such a great job. But he came down to see Richmond before the game because their sons are very close pals. And he said Richmond was big timing him. Mark went
blew him off.
Giangreco went to say hello to him and wish him well and welcome him back to Chicago and so forth. And he said Richmond was so nervous. He said, I can't talk to you. I got 5 minutes before the warm-up. I got bitty. So anyway, good for Danny. All excited about wearing the Indian head. And I mean, that's really got to be. You've been through it, changing teams, but for a kid who grew up here and was always a Blackhawk fan, as his dad worked for the Hawks for a while, this has got to be a thrilling night for him.
Oh, absolutely. And you could see the jitters in that first shift. His legs were going everywhere. He lost his stick in the corner, but the first one's out of the way.
All right, now the Flames, Simon hoisting one back into the Hawk zone. Cullimore picking it up. A long pass to Hilbert at center. He tapped it in. Hawks peel off for a change as Andrew Ferentz leads the Flames back to center. Hit it over the line. And a backhand shot is stopped nicely by the short side from Monroe. Reinprecht on the far board. Tried to center. That was too far for Donovan. Picked off by Bork. He shoots it in. Curtis Brown in behind the goal, checked by Ferentz. Now they wrestle along the end boards. And the Flames try to clear. And eventually it does wind up back at center ice. And the Hawks move back in offside. It's early and scoreless. This is Chicago Blackhawk hockey.
Chevy's lowered the sticker price, the MSRP on everything they make, from Impala SS to Corvettes.
Hawks traded defenseman Yaroslav Spacek to the Edmonton Oilers in exchange for Finnish left winger Toni Salmelainen. And hopefully I'm saying that right. And,
yeah, I think you've got it.
Well, that's pretty close. Spacek was easy. Salmelainen, I'll mess that up a few times before it's over.
Well, you won't have to worry about him this year. He won't be here till next season. Now the puck dumped into the Hawks zone. Flames dig it out, centering pass, tip, and a save by Monroe. The speedy Chuck Kobasu able to reach a Flame dumping before any Hawks could, and they nearly got a pretty good chance out of it.
Kobasu last game against the Colorado Avalanche when he lost 7-4, had 3 goals on 3 shots, his first career hat trick and the first hat trick of the season for the Calgary Flames. A former #1 draft pick in 2001, has a ton of skill. Benefited last year going down to the minors, having a good year in the minors last year and continuing in his fine play this year with 14 goals.
Now the draw in the Chicago zone. Winds up in the corner. Amati against Arneson there. Well, they continue to battle along the boards. And the Flames, Amati flipped a long wrist shot that sailed wide. Uselius, and is checked by Vandermeer along the boards, and Hawks unable to clear it. Here's Uselis walking, he shoots, and a save. Hawks going to get a penalty after Monroe made the save. The Hawks got the rebound, and the whistle sounds.
Arneson's going to head off for tripping. There was a battle along the boards. The Blackhawks had an early opportunity to get that puck out. I guess it's Vandermeer going to get the call. I thought it was Arneson. Vandermeer's going to go for tripping. That battle along the boards was won by the Calgary Flames. 3 Blackhawk players there, and 3 for the Flames, 2 for the Blackhawks, and they win that battle and get a good shot, so the Flames get their first power play.
They win the draw to Hammerlick. Far board to Iginla, rolling it into the corner. Lombardi tipped it in behind. Here's Simon. He lost the handle. It rolled out in front, though. They hack away. It winds up in behind the goal. Then to the line, Hammerlick at the far point. Sends it again in deep. Simon's pass broken up. Winds up at the near point. Held in by Phaneuf. Leon Phaneuf, a dynamic rookie defenseman for the Flames. Put it in behind. Iginla out to the line. Phaneuf near point with a long one-timer blocked by the skate of a coin. Then retrieved by the Flames. Lombardi to the near dot, and Simon walked in, shoots. That shot is blocked nicely by Cullimore, and he deflected it out of play. The Calgary power play in the middle of the pack in the NHL. They've scored a goal, though, in 4 straight games. 6 goals in that time. 6 out of 22 they've converted. The Hawks penalty killing and now 5th in the league at 85%. But the Hawks have given up at least 1 goal against in 6 consecutive games. They'd like to stop that against this Calgary power play. A team that they'll obviously face tonight, as well as Sunday, a 2 o'clock start Sunday afternoon for a rematch of these 2 teams right here in the UC. And the Flames don't play, or the Hawks don't play in between tonight and Sunday. The Flames are going to be here in Chicago for the next several days. I hope they're not wearing the sport coats they were wearing tonight. It was bad coat trip. You see any of those guys
No.
walking in, Troy? Richie Preston was telling me it's bad coat trip for the Flames on this jaunt to Chicago. And I guess there were some real beauties. Preston would have been proud to wear some of them.
he had some in his closet.
Yeah, they were asking. He said some of the kids asked him. All right, here's Amani still in the Flame power play. He's got it on the near board. Threw it into the corner, centering pass deflecting, and hacked out in front to Bork. He got control of it with time, and he cleared it.
10 seconds left on the penalty kill. Vandermeer going to head out of the box. Flames will get 1 more rush up the ice, but a nice kill for the Hawks. Same way that the Flames killed off an early Hawk power play.
Here's a centering pass tip. Big save by Monroe. A brilliant save by Adam Monroe on a point-blank deflection. The Flames got great execution out of the corner, and then Donovan streaking up the middle of the ice, redirected from the top of the crease. Out came the left pad of Monroe to make a brilliant stop. And now the Hawk penalty over. Both teams are at full strength. And now the Hawks move in offside.
Adrian Aucoin back in the lineup. You mentioned he's missed 18 games this season. 3 different times he's been out with a groin injury. This time he's missed 6 games. And Trent Yanni has talked to Adrian Aucoin, and when he came back in the lineup this time, he wants more from the captain. He was brought in here to be a big part of this group of defensemen, and now it's even got younger. So with the trade of Spacek out of the lineup, you certainly need Adrian Aucoin to step up and be more of a presence in all areas in his game.
Well, the Blackhawk lineup tonight. Here's a chance for the Flames. Right in is Yell, a shot, and a save by Monroe. Then the goal knocked off the mooring. Stefan Yell, a point-blank chance for the Flames. And Monroe able to slide to his left and deny. We're halfway through a scoreless first. This Blackhawk hockey.
While passing through U.S. Customs, Oscar Wilde was asked if he had anything.
United center. Face-off coming up to the left of Adam Monroe. He's had a heck of a start. 6 shots on goal for Calgary, Troy, but large number of those awfully good chances.
He's come up with some beautiful leg saves. You mentioned the one where he just stuck out his left pad, and on that last little play by Stefan Yell, he came in on his backhand all alone. Nice pad save again. Glad it was old Yeller in there.
That's right. Here's the draw now, cleared in behind the Hawk net. Puck squirts loose to Verbata. Tipped it to center. Then it came back to Verbata to the Calgary line. Scooped it in behind the net. Regier tried to clear. Hawks hold it in. Now here's Verbata with a backhand shot. Good save by Kiprusoff. An awkward looking save, but able to stop Verbata's dangerous backhand, which you really like to see the way he executed that play, didn't you? I mean, he really was at a very bad angle and still got rid of wasn't afraid to try a backhand shot.
He's a skilled player, and Kiprusoff actually was cheating off that post. I don't know if he saw that or not. Calder was crashing down the far side, so there's nothing wrong with throwing that up high in the short side. Kiprusoff barely got it with his blocker and his glove up on that right shoulder area, but no use or no harm in taking that shot, especially if a goaltender, he's cheating and you have a guy driving to the far post.
Now in the Chicago end, Iginla works hard in the corner, chipped it in behind the net. Simon and Cullimore come together. And Cullimore came up with it, clearing it to the near side. Hilbert was under pressure from Ferris, failed to get it out. Now it's followed up by Cullimore. He's able to clear to center. The Hawks, with this D pairing, have the only two veteran defensemen in their lineup tonight playing together. 4 of the 6 Hog blue liners in the game basically are rookies. I mean, Vandermeer wouldn't qualify as one, but he's still fairly new to the position and didn't play much in the NHL before this season. So, for all intents and purposes, 4 rookie D-men for the Blackhawks in this game. Now here's Amati. His pass picked off by Vandermeer to Keith. And he cleared it back into the Calgary zone. Amati on right wing. Rolled it to center. Now a lead pass deflecting in over the line is Zuselius. Walks to the net, fakes, got rid of a check, walked right to the net, stick handle, and he ran out of time. Curtis Brown got to him. Nice play by Brown after Vandermeer undressed by Zuselius with a great rush up the ice. And Bork from his own end got help from Keith to feed Vandermeer. He'll clear it to center. Rene Bork to the line with a long slap shot offside. Was Brown.
There was a turnover in the neutral zone. Duncan Keith tried to go cross ice and he passed it right on the stick of Zuselius, and boy, he's got some great one-on-one moves. Jim Vandermeer, I'm glad that he's okay and didn't break a leg on that move by Zuselius. He just inside out of him. Vandermeer went down to block the shot and then lost an edge and went awkwardly over, and Zuselius probably outthought himself once he got in front of Adam Monroe. Didn't shoot that puck, and he certainly had lots of time to let it go.
Now it's cleared deep into the Calgary zone. Barnaby out of the corner, tried to kick it to the front of the net. That one picked off. And the Flames, Nilsson rolled it over the Hawk line. Here's a shot that's blocked nicely by Seabrook. And comes around to the near side where Holmquist cleared it to center. Barnaby dumping it in. Jordan Leopold to Sean Donovan on right wing. Carries it to the Hawk line, dropped it back. Reinprecht had it picked off his stick beautifully by Seabrook. To Bell. He was checked at the Calgary blue line. Now the Hawks able to dump it in. Bell races to the corner, gets there first, tried to center, picked off by Hammerlick. And the Flames come out. Stefan Yell to the Hawk line. Yeah, well, the backhander goes through the crease to the far side. Then a centering attempt didn't connect. Hilbert put it back around the boards. Bell and Yell come together, and a penalty. Has looked like Yell had his arms around Mark Bell. But let's see. Both players looking toward the referee going, who is it? And it is Stefan Yell.
They're both standing in the corner right next to each other, looking at the referee, and you could just tell the look on their faces. Neither one of them knew who was going to get the penalty, and the referee was pointing over in that direction, and they still didn't figure it out. And finally, like, he kind of had to, Stefan Yell, head to the penalty box. So the face-off will come out, and this will be the Hawks' second power play of the night.
All right, it'll be LaPointe, Calder, and Verbata in front of Seabrook and Bell on this power play.
Calgary penalty call to number 11, Yell. 2 minutes for holding a 13:48.
6 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. As Seabrook starts from his own end. Now it's cleared into the Calgary zone. Verbata to the near point. Brent Seabrook moves to the middle of the ice with a long shot. Amandi able to block it. And he cleared it to center. Now Seabrook will dump it in. Regeer back. Dumped it out. This one sails. A bad break for the Flames. It sailed into the Blackhawk bench.
You're going to see a little bit of a scrambly situation inside the offensive zone. I've been watching the Hawks power play practice the last couple days, and Brent Seabrook is playing the top position on the umbrella. Well, that's where Spacek is playing on that power play. So Brent Seabrook probably got a quick dress rehearsal from Butch Cassidy on what he's supposed to do on the power play, but that's normally where Spacek would be playing. So a little bit of a miscommunication on a couple of those plays early.
Arneson walking in with a shot. Good save. Kiprasov, his best of the period. Arneson picked it up in behind. He tried to center it, deflected away from Hilbert to Vandermeer at the line. Vandermeer walks to the near circle, shooting. That's tipped right through the goal crease. The deflection came from behind the net from Bork, and to tip through the crease, the Flames able to clear. Now a coin to Vandermeer to the line. Dropped it to Bork. He was checked by Donovan. And the Flames dig it out. Reinprecht to the Hawk line was bumped by a coin. Donovan carried on. He got hit along the boards by Vandermeer, and then a penalty coming up as the Hawks a coin drill demand. And as the Hawks control, the whistle sounds. 4.5 left in the first. And we'll go with 4 skaters aside for the next few seconds.
Adrian Coyne back in the lineup, finishing his check on Reinprecht, but it was a little bit from behind and a little bit late, and there was a little bit of a delayed call on the far side by the referee, but Hawks are going to have to kill about 1:50 once Adrian Coyne's power play starts on the 5-on-4. Stefan Yell in the box right now. He'll come out and head off the ice.
33, Adrian Coyne, 2 minutes for interference at 15:36.
Now a long shot is blocked by Brown. That stung him. He's limping. The puck picked up now by the Hawks' Holmquist. He's able to clear at the length as the Calgary penalty expires, and now the Flames on the power play with 4 minutes to go in the first. 0-0 as the Flames, Leopold hammers it in. At the far point, Regeer moves to the middle of the ice. Clears it up the boards. It jumped away from Langkow. And the Hawks able to clear it the other way. Now the Flames, Huselius rolled it over the Chicago line. Amani on the left side of the corner. Spins it back to the line. A long shot from Ferentz, deflected wide. Comes to the near corner. Duncan Keith put it up the boards and out.
Good read by Duncan Keith in the corner. Got that puck and fired up off the glass where it hit a partition out high in the blue line, and that knocked it into the middle of the ice and down the ice.
Now it's dumped back into the Hawk zone. Iginla in the near corner. Rolled it back in behind the goal. Lombardi pushed it to the far side, but Hammerlich's pass off the mark. The Flames will need to regroup at center. 20 seconds left on their man advantage. Iginla gains the line. Rolled it into the near corner. Simon is checked. Vandermeer knocked it loose. Simon then got it back to Lombardi near corner against Richmond. Lombardi's pass stolen away by Bell. Out he comes. Mark Bell to the line. Will send it in deep. Calder to the near corner. Is checked along the board. Now the Hawk penalty over, and both teams are back at full strength. Bell on the near side. Trying to center one. That pass stolen away, but held into Verbata. Trying to feed Bell. The pass behind him. Picked off by the Flames. Reinprecht moves to the line. Then lost the handle. And Cullimore cleared it into the Calgary zone. Flames dump it in. We're short of center when they did. Icing will be the result.
This has been a very good paced first period, and you look at the game against the Minnesota Wild last game, and you know the shots are only 7-4 in favor of the Calgary Flames, but this is a whole different type of game going on here. The players aren't sitting back. The Calgary Flames forecheck at all costs. They send that defenseman down and pinch. This is a hard-working team, and the way that you're going to beat the Calgary Flames is simply outcompete them.
And that'll take some doing
You
against
bet.
a Darryl Sutter team. There's no doubt about that.
No secret to their game.
Now it's in the Flame zone. Verbata tried to center, never got to Arneson. Cleared to the neutral area. And now the Flames able to send it in. Jim Vandermeer to Calder on left wing at center. Carries it over the Calgary line. And good back pressure, allowing the Flames to knock it loose back to center ice. Kobasu knocked it away. And now we go to the final minute of the first. Richmond in the neutral zone. That is pass deflect along the boards. Hawks finally able to dump it in there. Robin Regier to Stefan Yell, hoisting it to center ice. Bork dumped it back in there. Now Seabrook in his own end. 15 seconds remain. A pass knocked away to Amani. He carried it over the line, tried to send it one. Just deflected away. Nice play by Monroe as he knocked it away before it reached Huselius. It would have been in tight with a point-blank chance. And now the horn sounds to end the opening period. 7 shots on goal for Calgary, 4.
University of Chicago Hospitals. Call 1-888-UCH-0200 or visit online at uchospitals.edu.
As we go back to Pat and Troy, guys, I did see some of the bad suits on Bad Suit Day, and all I can say is Amante does not look good in purple because he had a purple leather thing going, and it was pretty bad. But they're going to be wearing them out and about tonight after the game, so if you're out, you might see some bad suits by the Flames. Here's Pat and Troy.
It was like a horsehair suit or something,
yeah,
wasn't it?
It was ugly. It was ugly, and it was purple, and it just doesn't go well on him.
Also, I think it, from what I heard, I didn't see it, but it was almost knee length. I mean, it was bad, and there was a lot of it.
Yes, you're exactly right.
All right, right from the draw here, we have a penalty at the 10-second mark of the second period. They're looking at McCarty as if a stick came up and got him. And the Flames, an immediate power player to start period 2.
Well, it was right off the face-off, and Dowd, all he did was he was trying to like lift his stick and go around McCarty, and as McCarty jumped in on the face-off, caught that stick right up underneath the nose, and he's checking for blood. Nothing going on as far as a cut or blood, so it's only a 2-minute minor.
Call number 34, Jim Dowd. 2 minutes for high sticking at 10 seconds. Blackhawk penalty, call number 34, Dowd. 2 minutes for high sticking at 10 seconds.
All right, now the Flames come out with it. Leopold, or I should say Hammerlick, cleared it to the near side. Amani rings it around the boards. This will be held in by Phaneuf at the far point. Across to Hammerlick. His long wrist shot. Monroe saw it all the way, sticks it up and out of play.
Adam Monroe looks pretty solid in there. I think those jitters maybe from last game coming in and letting a long one go, and really probably never settled down in that game against the Wild. He came in, made a couple really good saves early in the first period, and he looks like he's back on track.
It's a whole different deal, isn't it, when you go from being a backup who's going to play once every couple of weeks. All of a sudden the big guy gets hurt and you're the man, and you're going to be the man every night. It's a whole different mentality you have to have, isn't it?
Absolutely, and he knew that Hobby Boulin was coming back, so you can kind of have that comfort zone while he was playing, and I'm going to get 2 or 3 chances here before Hobby Boulin is back in uniform. But you're absolutely right. Now you're the number one guy. Everybody's pointing fingers in your direction to say, okay, you're the guy who's got to get it done.
A minute to go here on this Calgary man advantage. Chris Simon works his way towards center. And they need to regroup the Flames with puck being fumbled around a little bit. Finally, Hammerlick is on the near side, rolled it ahead. Iginla chipped it to the Hawk line. That was broken up, and Bork shot it to the Calgary blue line. Then the Flames able to dump it in. Iginla to the near corner. Got away from Vandermeer. Walks in, shoots. Shot it right through the crease. On the far board, it's held by Leopold. Tipped it in behind the Hawk net. Then it came loose to Langkow. Damon Langkow to Simon, sending it around the boards. Hammerlick pinching to keep it in. Back behind the goal it goes. Now picked off by Keith. And Duncan Keith, with the Hawk penalty expiring, cleared it ahead to Dowd just out of the box, but the Flames recover very well. Dowd having nowhere to go, just flipped along wrister that was stopped easily. And then it's cleared back into Chicago territory. Tony Amonte able to steal it away from Seabrook, and then Seabrook was knocked to the ice on a pick play, and so Huselius will get a penalty, and the Hawks, having just killed off a Flames power play, will get one of their own.
Well, that's a great kill to start this second period. You certainly don't want to give any advantage to the Calgary Flames by an early power play goal here in the second period, and some great effort all the way around by the penalty killers. And then as the penalty expired, there was an opportunity for Dowd to go down the ice, but if that play developed about 2 seconds earlier, Duncan Keith would able to hit Dowd on the fly there, but as he jumped out of the box, basically stationary, and that allowed the Calgary Flames to get back involved in the play.
20, Christian Huselius, 2 minutes for interference at 2:30. Calgary penalty call number 20, Huselius, 2 minutes for interference at 2:30.
All right, now Verbata carries it over the line, put it to the far side. Calder, he dropped it back to Seabrook to the near side. Bell, top of the ring, fires. Oh, he missed the target, and the Hawks will have to chase back.
If you're going to take that shot from the point and you miss the net, it better be on the short side. Bell missed it on the long side, puck went all the way down, and Monroe had to play it up.
Here comes Calder, gaining the Calgary line. Hit hard along the boards. A great jolt from Warner. Puck cleared to the near side, and it bounced free to center. Calder scooped it back in there. Now Verbata swings it around the boards, held in by Richmond at the line. Far board to Verbata. Now back to Richmond along slap shot. Went wide. Rebound deflected toward the goal crease, and alertly Kiprasov able to get the paddle down, and he covered it up.
Young Danny Richmond get an opportunity on the power play, and he gets a good shot away that just missed the near side of the post, came back out, and there was a chance for a rebound shot, but Kiprasov quickly adjusted, made the save, and covered up in front of the net. Murray Lapointe on the doorstep. Verbata and Bork surrounding the net.
Now the draw cleared to the near corner. Hilbert grabbed there by Ferentz. Hawks jam it loose. Vandermeer at the near point. Goes across to Richmond. Deep slot Vandermeer. He's well covered. Did well to keep it in under pressure. Now back of the goal, Hilbert. Out to the line, Richmond. Far circle to Anderson, back to Richmond, a one-timer. Oh, that hit some traffic out in front. Then a shot. Oh, Kiprasov, a brilliant glove save. After Vandermeer got a fortunate bounce right to his blade, he let it go quickly. Kiprasov beat him.
Yeah, Kiprasov, boy, I mean, I tell you, he is just having a spectacular season. He has been tremendous for the Calgary Flames since he came over in that trade from the San Jose Sharks. And you look at what he's done overall in the National Hockey League this year. He's got the most wins of any goaltender. He's 6th in goals against average, 6th in save percentage, and he's got more shutouts than anybody in the NHL this year with 6.
Off the draw, Richmond, far point, deep slot to Vandermeer. Here it comes. It didn't get through. Barnaby in the far corner now. Meanwhile, the Flame penalty over in both teams are at full strength. Into the deep slot it comes. A one-hand attempt by Holmquist, sticked away easily by Kiprasov. Holmquist back of the Flames goal, rolled it over to the far board. This one picked up by Jerome McGinley. Racing up the right wing side to the line. Duncan Keith hit him, but he held the puck and shot it into the near corner. Now McCarty jammed it loose. McGinley from the near board. Back down by Vandermeer. Back to the goal. McCarty centered. Vandermeer broke up the pass. And the Hawks able to clear to center. Flames dump it in. Hawks dump it out. Keith at center ice now. Scooped it back into Chicago territory. Vandermeer got a bit of a break. He was shooting it up an open wing, but the Flames got a man there to have the puck hit his stick and went out of play.
A little bit of a miscommunication between Monroe and Duncan Keith. Keith thought Monroe was going to pass it back behind, and he just set it up on the near side here, and that kind of forced Duncan Keith to throw a pass over to Jim Vandermeer in the corner that jammed him in the Calgary forechecking. And so it's a two-man pressure forecheck. It was in on Vandermeer, but the pass that Vandermeer tried to throw up along the boards was deflected up into the netting.
Now cleared into the Chicago zone. Bell works the boards. Tried to jam it out. It did get out. Leopold's attempt to hold it in didn't succeed, and the offside whistle sounds.
Well, this is the third game of a four-game series. As you mentioned, the next game is going to be Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock here at the United Center. In the first game, in that first period of the first game, there was 9 penalties called on the Blackhawks. They ended up giving up 1 power play goal and ended up winning that game, and 2 goals by Matt Cullen, who's down in the minors, 2 goals by Mark Bell in that game. And then the last game in Calgary was a great game by Kiprusoff, the #1 star, where the Blackhawks outshot the Flames 37-21.
Here we are still scoreless. 6 minutes gone by in the second. Cullimore to a coin. His pass slides free back into the Calgary zone. Taken by Phaneuf. Gave it to Roman Hammerlick, whose pass deflects into the Chicago zone. Huselius rolled it in deep. Richmond poked it to the near board. Arneson couldn't quite reach it. Huselius tried to center. Langkow's shot never got through. Bounced back into the Flame zone. Hammerlick being pressured by Verbata, who takes it away now behind the net. Got help there from Calder, and the puck just escaping him. Went to the line. Seabrook kept it in. Then Warner cleared it to center. Hawks dump it back into the Calgary zone. Amati able to roll it to center. Huselius to the line with a long slap shot and a stick save by Monroe. Rebound Arneson. Battles his way up the boards but failed to get it out. A centering pass from Langkow. Here's a shot. Good save by Monroe on Huselius. Boy, Langkow, a good pass to Huselius, who cranked a one-timer from about 25 or 30 feet out right in the middle of the ice. And sliding to his left, Monroe, a good post-to-post stop. We remain scoreless with 12 and a half to go in the second. This is Chicago Blackhawk hockey.
I run.
Pat Foley with Troy Murray in the United Center. The Hawks and the Flames scoreless as we get almost to the midway point of the night. Here comes Bell with a 2-on-1, moving over the line with Hilbert. Cuts it for Hilbert. The puck deflected by a Flames defender. And Kiprusoff able to make a good save. Now Bell from the near corner. Slipped it out in front. Lapointe well covered. Had to move it back to Bell along the boards. He shoots, and he shot it well wide. Lapointe in the far corner. Looking for Hilbert. The pass just missed connecting with him. Mark Bell, who's back at a center position again tonight. And now is Hilbert taken down in behind the net. And Lombardi's going to get whistled here for the Flames.
I thought there could have been a call on Bell and in his battle with Ferentz in the corner a little bit earlier on the near side. Here as the puck went around behind the net, it was Hilbert who was hauled down. And that's just good hustle down behind the net. One-on-one battles going on, and Lombardi in that one-on-one battle was going to lose Hilbert. He was coming around the far side of the net, tried to stuff it around on the backhand with the Hawks on the power play.
Flames, though, win a draw. The Hawks will have to chase back.
Hugh Lombardi, 2 minutes for holding at 8:02. Calgary penalty call number 18, Lombardi, 2 minutes for holding at 8:02.
This the fourth Hawk power play of the game. And the Hawks in the first 29 minutes of the contest have just 9 shots on goal, which has included 3 power plays. Now they dump one in. Back of the net, Bork. Put it out to the near point. Vandermeer had it bounce over his stick and did well to prevent a breakaway. Stefan Yell ready to pick that bouncer up. Vandermeer able to swat it out of his reach. But the Flames get control and clear it. Now Amani working hard against Vandermeer. Finally, Verbata came to get control of it. Verbata to the Calgary line. Works his way to the far board, threw it in deep. Lapointe in the near corner. Had it knocked off his stick. Flames able to pick it up, and Amani took a hit but cleared it. Out comes Seabrook. Seabrook rolled it over the Flames line. In behind the goal goes Lapointe. Jammed it back to the far point. Seabrook there. Put it up the boards for Verbata with a long slap shot. Doesn't get through. Now Bell in behind the goal with it. Far board of Verbata. Finds Seabrook deep slot. His shot blocked. And the Flames, Reinprecht picked it up and cleared. And just out of the box came Lombardi. The puck barely missed, connecting with him. So both teams are back at full strength. The Hawks held without a shot on goal on that power play. And the Hawks now in the first 30 minutes have had 4 power plays and have had a total still of 9 shots on net. Curtis Brown from deep in his own zone. Chipped it to center ice. Now bouncing to Huselius to the line. He coughed it up there. That is picked up by Cullimore. Hawks shoot it in. Hammerlick back. He's missed a little while with an injury for the Flames. I believe this is his first game back, isn't it, for Calgary?
Yep.
So that's a big addition to their blue line core. Meanwhile, the Flames have iced it with a scoreless battle halfway through the second. This Chicago Blackhawk hockey.
Blackhawk fans, join Mark Bell.
Enjoy a Blackhawks game as a group of 15 or more. Group tickets start at only $10. Call 312-943-HAWK or by visiting ChicagoBlackhawks.com.
All right, face-off coming up here to the right of Mika Kiprasov. And Troy, how many in the first half of this game, how many tough saves has he had to make?
1, maybe.
Yeah, that's about all I can remember.
Blackhawks have probably put at least 10 more shots in the direction of the net, but we've talked about this before. So many shots by the Blackhawks have been getting blocked or deflected in front of the goaltending area. It just seems now that that shooting lane through to the goaltender, so many teams now just put everybody in front of the net rather than hacking and whacking and standing behind somebody. You're fronting those guys, and a lot of those shots coming through are getting blocked, and you got to find a way to get those pucks through, because you know, if it does get through, a lot of times the goaltender doesn't know where it's coming from.
Hawks send one in. McCarty along the boards. It's helped to clear it to center. Verbata, hit hard by Yell in an awkward position right where the partition is at the end of the bench area. But fortunately for the Hawks, Verbata bounced up very quickly. No harm done. Now it's dumped into the Hawks zone. McCarty in the near corner. Threw it in behind. Stolen by Arneson. Cleared it to center. Here's a Coin leading the rush, and as he carried it in, Calder offside.
Well, we talked about Tyler Arneson back in the lineup, and Trent Yawney said, you know what, it's up to Tyler Arneson to show what he wants to do now. And in my opinion, this is a big point in his career. How does he want to handle this? How does he want to respond to the healthy scratch? And he said he was completely caught off guard. But, you know, I think that he had to kind of have a sense that it was coming. Not very happy with his play was Trent Yawney. And when you go down to under 10 minutes and you're your first top-line centerman, you better understand that the coach isn't happy. And one thing that concerned me, Pat, was the fact that he said, I guess I have to play better. And, you know, if I get sat out, I come back and say, I know I got to play better.
Well, how about his other quote? I'm kind of curious to see how I'll respond. Good heavens. All right, now here's the draw taken by the Flames. Donovan moved it out to center. Reinprecht carries it over the line. Moving in on Richmond, who forced him in behind the goal. And now behind the play, a whistle from referee Watson. So it looks like the Flames will go right back to the power play.
It's Andy Hilbert.
Oh, he's taken 2 off.
Oh, they're going to call a dive then. They're going to call a dive because Hilbert was coming back and he did hook Sean Donovan, and Donovan went down fairly easy, high in the inside the offensive zone for the Calgary Flames. So I know that they're going to call a diving on Donovan and a hooking on Hilbert. So a little 4-on-4 action here. Up front, Arneson, Verbata. On defense for the Hawks, Adrian Aucoin and Keith.
All right, here's the draw taken by Arneson. Rolled it over the line for Bott on the right side. Here's it in deep.
At 12:43, Calgary penalty number 16, Donovan, 2 minutes for diving. Blackhawk penalty number 20, Hilbert, 2 minutes for hooking. Both penalties at 12:43.
Duncan Keith now into the Calgary zone. Moves to the far corner where Leopold knocked it away to Regier. Robin Regier, whose younger brother Richie was with the Flames for a little while, but with the return of Hammerlick tonight, he was just sent back to the minor leagues. Richie played a game against the Hawks earlier this season. Played fairly well that night in Calgary. But Robin Regier has been a very dependable D-man for this team for many years. As we still have 4 skaters aside, Aucoin cleared it over the Hawk line. Yakubov turns along the far board. Threw it in deep. Picked off by Phaneuf. Able to make a good pass to Lombardi. Out he comes, racing to the Hawk line. Matt Lombardi to the far dot. Now shoots one. That's blocked nicely. Rebound and a good save by Monroe. Then Yakubov had his pass picked off. What an effort by a Ginlet center ice. Looked like he was going to get beaten up the ice. Not the Flames captain. He got back defensively and broke up what should have been an odd man Hawk rush. Richmond to the other end shooting. And he put one up over top of the net. Danny Richmond on the far side. Finally was checked. Phaneuf took it away. Now deep into the Calgary zone. They battle along the boards. It's jammed loose. Meanwhile, the penalized players are both back on the ice, and the teams are at full strength again. In the Hawk zone, Reinprecht rolled it out to the line. Hammered it, goes across. And the Flames able to keep it in. A long shot from Ferentz never got through. Picked off by Holmquist. Cleared it to Hilbert, one-on-one over the line. Hilbert with a wrist shot, missing the net. And it's cleared back to center. Flames now working free over the line. Amati tried to pull it to the backhand, or Donovan that was, and it was knocked away from him back to center. Here's Lapointe on right wing over the line. Cuts and then it's shooting. Blocker save by Kiprasov. And the rebound to Yell, who needed help but got it to clear it to the Hawk line. Donovan cutting in, tried to center, picked off. What a play by Keith. Duncan Keith broke up what should have been a good Calgary scoring chance. And Keith had his pass deflect. McCarty got to it. He was checked, but Vandermeer knocked him down. Jim Dowd took it away. And now Vandermeer deep in the Hog zone. Got it to Keith, who took a hit in the corner. Puck jammed loose. Mark Bell retrieves. Tried to clear. That one held in by Huselius. Got it to the far post. A shot. And that hit the far post as he fired from the dot. Huselius tried to go short side. Now dance away from Keith. Cuts in there with a backhand centering pass. Broken up. Mark Bell might have just saved a goal with a good defensive play. Huselius back of the net. Slipped in front. That's broken up. Huselius got it back. Looking for Amati. Turning to the near board. Left it for Regier. Side of the net. Centering pass. A shot from Amati. Deflected up over top of the goal. And the Flames with some good pressure here. Amati along the boards with it. Back to the line. Long shot from Regier. Never got through. And the Hawks finally able to pick it up. Out comes Verbata. One-on-one with Regier over the line. Shooting. Regier made the block.
Man, this is just flying out here right now. They still look like they're playing 4-on-4. I mean, they're just going all out, both teams.
Now it remains in the Calgary zone. Calder tried to center, just deflected away from Cullimore. And then Amati able to clear it to center where the Flames dump it in. Still no score in the hockey game. And a meager total of only 22 shots on net between both clubs. 12 by the Flames. Here's Calder hustling to save an icing. Centered. And the pass stolen away by Simon. He comes out. Dumping it in. Now Monroe in some traffic, tried to play the puck, instead lost his goal stick. Into the far corner it goes. Again, the center one. Here's a shot. Monroe made the pad save and was able to cover it up. Lombardi had a point-blank chance, was partially checked, but a fine save without his lumber by Monroe. 2 minutes left in a scoreless second, this Blackhawk hockey.
Murphy on WSCR 670 The Score.
You look at the standings, and the Calgary Flames certainly ahead of the Blackhawks at this point, but even strength goals right now, Chicago has 87 even strength goal. The Calgary Flames 74. Chicago has 13 more even strength goals than the Calgary Flames do at this point. Goals against is the big key to that factor.
Of what the records are, there no doubt. I mean, offensively, these teams are the same. It's defense where the difference is, and the Flames a goal a game better than the Hawks in terms of team defense, and therein lies the discrepancy. The Flames plus 14 wins versus losses coming in. The Hawks minus 11. And now a Calgary penalty to Donovan will send the Hawks to another power play.
This has been a fast-paced game so far, and a good forecheck by the Chicago Blackhawks, and Donovan just hooked up one of the guys inside the zone. So 2 minutes to go here in the second period. This would be a big one to go into the locker room after 40 up a goal.
Number 16, Sean Donovan. 2 minutes for hooking at 18:03. Calgary penalty call, number 16, Donovan. 2 minutes for hooking at 18:03.
Calder, Lapointe, Verbata in front of Seabrook and Bell to open this man advantage. There's a minute and a half left in the second period. As Seabrook rolled it over the line, Calder on the left side, dropped it to Bell, put it to Verbata, far board. Back to Bell with a long one-timer, way up high over the top of the net. And the Flames, Amati, able to bang it loose to center, and went down as he did that. A penalty will negate the rest of this Hawk power play.
Mark Bell's going to head for hooking or tripping on Tony Amani. That puck was coming around the boards. Amani had to take that puck on his backhand off the boards and tried to spin around. Bell didn't want him to chip it down the boards, and he took his foot out as Tony Amani spun off the boards and did chip it out of the zone. So a good effort by Tony Amani, and Mark Bell in a tough situation in that play. You don't want to get you don't want to give the Calgary Flames an opportunity to easily clear it down the ice, and a smart play by Tony Amani.
Blackhawk penalty, call number 28, Bell. 2 minutes for tripping at 18:47.
Back to four skaters aside as Yakubov moves to the line, but his pass is broken up to Ferentz. Ferentz now to the Hawk line. Works his way into the corner where he's checked by Bork. Now Iginla joins the party. Unable to pry it free just yet. Iginla in behind the goal. Had his pass picked off. Bork comes out with it to Yakubov to the line. Moves toward the slot. Left it now for Bork with a backhand shot. Deflected wide. And Donovan moved it to Iginla up the left side in on Seabrook. Jerome Iginla works toward the slot. And Seabrook prevented a shot or a pass, staying with the Flames captain beautifully. Now Calder the other way. Fires a long one from center. Easy glove save. Kiprasov as the horn sounds to finish the second period. 6 shots on goal for Calgary, 7 for Chicago. And at the end of 40 minutes, 13 Flame shots.
Best TV. These games are finals. Boston over Washington 3-2. The Islanders defeat Pittsburgh 4-3. Carolina wins in Atlanta 5-4. Buffalo all over Toronto 8-4. Ottawa shuts out Montreal 3-0. Tampa 1-0 over New Jersey in overtime. Detroit defeats Vancouver 2-1. 4-3 Phoenix over St. Louis in the third. And Minnesota is beating up on Nashville 5-1 in the third. We're scoreless entering the third. Back to Pat and Troy.
Okay, thanks, Jess. The Flames, Kiprasov down to our left and Monroe to our right for the Hawks. We head to period 3. The Flames open with a short power play, which has half-minute remaining as they come from their own end. Amati to the Hawk line. His pass picked off. They'll have to chase back. Now the Flames able to work it in with a long wrist shot, sticked away easily by Monroe, beating Phaneuf's wrister. Dion Phaneuf in the far corner, put it in behind. It bounced away from Iginla. Now the puck to the near board. Tuselius able to hold it into the deep slot. Fakes, tried to walk in, then shoots. Monroe made a good save. Rebound taken by Dowd. The Hawk penalty over. Both teams are at full strength. Hammerlick for Calgary. Put it around the boards. Vandermeer keeping it in. Threw it in deep. Barnaby checked. Then it came back to him on the far side. To the deep slot for Keith. A long shot. Good save by Kiprasov. Rebound in behind the goal. Picked up by Yell. Stefan Yell cleared it to center. Hawks send it back in. Phaneuf able to roll it to center. Hilbert steals. 2-on-1 the other way. Hilbert moves it. Now shoots one. Good save by Kiprasov. Rebound to Yell. Andy Hilbert, a wonderful scoring chance. One of the better ones the Hawks have had all night. And Kiprasov coming up large for the Flames. Jim Vandermeer from his own end. Aired it back into Calgary territory. This one is going to be ruled icing against Chicago.
Hilbert was Vandermeer's only outlet there, and he was heading off on a change, and Vandermeer tried to hit him through the middle of the ice, and he tipped it into the Calgary Flames zone. But right there, when you get a tired group of guys, one guy has to stay on this near boards here, give Vandermeer an outlet, so that exact play doesn't happen. You have to have a person that you can pass the puck to. You just can't hold the head off the ice at the same time.
Now the draw comes to the near side. Hilbert picking it up. Will chip it the other way. Jordan Leopold back for the Flames for Donovan on right wing at center. Carries it over the Hawk line. Put it to the far side. A wrist shot went wide from Reinprecht. Picked up by Arneson. Able to clear it to center, but the Flames send it right back in. Danny Richmond in his first game as a Hawk. Clears it up the boards. They battle for it in Chicago territory. And it jumped loose to Simon. Tried to shoot, but that puck knocked away by Richmond. Then Iginla got to it. He lost the handle. Picked up by Arneson. Clearing it into the Calgary zone. Rhett Warner back. Checked by Calder, who hurt him. Warner slow to get up. And now the Flames clear it to center. Simon dumping it in, and Warner will head immediately for a change. Now a centering pass, a shot. Good save by Monroe. A point blanker on Iginla. Into the far corner it goes. Hammerlick had it taken away by Holmquist nicely. Clearing it ahead to center ice. Yakubov over the line. Cullimore shot missing the net. Rebound held in by Barnaby. Shot it into the near corner. Iginla battles his way to the Hog blue line. The Hawks are going to get a penalty, and now as they steal it from Iginla, the whistle sounds.
Monroe was very sharp on that last shot by Joe McGinley. Lombardi had gone around the net, and he tried the old play that the Edmonton Oilers used to do when Glenn Anderson would steam down the net. He'd go around it and then throw it back to the near side and have the goaltender look and cheat the other way. But Monroe kept his position right, looked over his right shoulder, saw that Lombardi tried to make that little back pass from the same direction that he was coming from. Joe McGinley coming in that area, got a quick shot away, but Monroe right on that post, so there was no vacancy left by Monroe by following the player rather than the puck.
So a Yakubov penalty has the Flames back to the power play.
Well, Mikhail Yakubov, 2 minutes for hooking at 3:41.
Calgary nothing out of 3 on their man advantage tonight. Here's Curtis Brown able to work it loose to Calder, clearing. Now the Flames come out. Kobasu on right wing over the line. Chuck Kobasu hit hard by Keith, but he held the puck. Keith gave another bump. This time separates him from the biscuit. Calder picked it up. Unable to get it out. Back of the goal goes Kobasu. The near board and Amani out to the line. Phaneuf across to Hammerlick, finding Amani, shooting. Good save by Monroe. He went post to post and then back. As the puck was moved beautifully by the Flames from side to side. Then Amani, who has 12 goals so far this year, was beaten by Monroe. In behind the Hog goal, Langkow checked by Vandermeer, who knocked him down. Keith took it away and cleared to center.
Just by Phaneuf, and Phaneuf has 11 goals on the season, 10 of them on the power play, and out of his 31 points this year, 24 of those have come on the power play. He's got a rocket of a shot from the point, and a lot of the stuff that he develops on that power play is from that shot.
Now in the Chicago end, Lombardi lost the handle to Bork, threw it in behind his own goal to Cullimore. He'll try the far side. Bork jammed it loose, not out. Into the corner, Lombardi. Put it in behind the goal. Now Iginla tried to set him on a shot. That went just wide. Aimed to the near point. Held in by Leopold. Cleared it in behind the net. Rene Bork retrieves there. He failed to clear it. Wow. Now a long shot is blocked by a coin. And he's able to send it back the other way. Here's Hilbert in over the line to the backhand, shooting. And a save by Kiprasov. And he holds it as the Chicago penalty has expired. So both teams are at full strength. So good kill by the Hawks, Troy, but not without some anxious moments.
Well, a couple of those moments you're talking about resulted in the fact that the Blackhawks couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Kyle Calder down deep, way down deep in the corner, and Hammerlick pinched way down. Calder thought that he was going to have all kinds of time to turn around and get that puck out. What a smart play by Hammerlick to see that Calder wasn't paying attention. And then Bork, as you just mentioned, last time had an opportunity to get that puck out of the zone, and he didn't. So it gives Calgary a couple other opportunities with dead legs out there for the Hawks.
All right, now the Flames come out with it. In over the line, Ryan Precht was checked. It's taken away by Bell. Oops, a penalty. Coming up against the Blackhawks, Richmond. Flames right back to the power play. 0-0, the Chicago Blackhawk hockey.
While passing through U.S. Customs, Oscar Wilde was asked if he had anything to declare.
Troy Murray and Pat Foley back at the United Center. 13:53 to go here in the third period. There's goose eggs on the board for both teams. Calgary Flames and the Hawks knotted up at 0 at this point. There's been some great play and some inspired forechecking by both teams. Some great finishing some checks, and nothing to show for it for either side.
7. Blackhawk penalty call number 40.
Here's Brown with the steal, racing for the loose puck, short-handed, taken down by Hammerlick to prevent a breakaway. Sorry to interrupt the announcement, but the penalty on Richmond for holding at 6:07. And the Hawks barely miss a opportunity to grab the lead. As Brown was hauled down, Now they play on. Iginla over the line. Checked on the near side. Dug out of there by Huselius. He lost the handle. Held in though by Phaneuf. Cleared it to the far board. Hammerlich tapped it to the corner. Now back to the deep slot. Iginla for Hammerlich far point. Gave it to Iginla at the near point. Into the corner. Phaneuf. Dion Phaneuf left it there. Langkow was checked, but Iginla retrieves. His centering attempt deflected. And the Flames keep it in. Huselius on the near board. Put it deep slot to Hammerlich. He centered one bouncy puck. Langkow put it in front. A save by Monroe. He wasn't sure he had it. It started to trickle through his legs. He took the look behind, but he had it secured.
Well, for the first time in the game, the Blackhawks really lost their box on the penalty kill because the puck was bouncing all around. The Calgary Flames had two guys all alone in front of Adam Monroe. Adam Monroe made a nice move across the crease from his right to his left, and that puck squirted between the 5-hole. Jarome Iginla sitting on the far side. If anything gets through that 5-hole, he's going to have an easy tap in. So a great effort by Adam Monroe not to let that puck squirt out.
Face off to the left of Monroe. And the draw to the Flames. A long shot handled by Monroe in traffic. Good save on the long wrister from Leopold.
Hawks have done a good job on the face-off through 2 periods. They lost that one clean, and a shot from the point. Leopold was held on by Adam Monroe. Another face-off to the left. This time Mark Bell will take it against Kobasu.
And Bell winning the draw to Keith. He cleared it up the boards. The Flames, though, hold it in. Here's a chance for Monty. Oh, he tried to make a drag move, and he fell right to his backside.
Sniper!
Hawks retrieve and clear. Now the Flames dump it in. Keith is checked by 2 Flames, then it's stolen away by Lombardi. But his pass picked off by Bourque. Rene Bourque moves 2-on-2 to the line. A long slap shot. He got all of it, but a good pad save made by Kiprusoff. Bourque then got it back. The Hawk penalty over. Both teams are at full strength. There's going to be a Calgary penalty now. Vandermeer put it into the near corner. Bell back of the goal to Bourque. And they blew the whistle. The Hawks had full control of it. I thought it was going to be a Calgary penalty, and it is. And now there is no reason for this play to be stopped. The Hawks had the puck around the Calgary goal. The Flames had never even touched it, never mind gotten control, and they blew the play dead. That's a terrible stoppage.
A terrible stoppage, and in my opinion, this is a terrible call. Vandermeer just went down the boards, and Tony Monty just basically put his stick out there and didn't have anything to do with Jim Vandermeer getting by him. But good call for the Hawks in their favor. And, you mentioned the fact that it was a bad call because they were working the puck around behind the net. Bourque had just coming out on the far side. He looked like he was going to have an opportunity for a stuff around the far side of the post, but for some strange reason, they blew the whistle.
The Blackhawks so far tonight, nothing out of 5 on their power play. Now here's a steal on the point. Cutting the net center one. Verbata kicks in the stick. And a bad pass really cost him a good scoring chance. The pass from LaPointe was at the feet of Verbata. And because of that delay, he couldn't get rid of a shot. Now here's Seabrook on drive. He hit the goalpost. It deflects to the near board. Bell then lost it. And the Flames clear.
Boy, Seabrook had all day to tee that one up, taking a pass from Bell. All 4 of the Calgary Flames caught deep, and Seabrook just wound up and just drilled one.
Now Verbata to the line. Near board to Calder. Left it for Bell at the point. Across to Seabrook. Deep slot to Bell. Near board to Verbata. He looks for help. Verbata to the top of the ring. Side of the goal to LaPointe. Moved it back to Verbata to Bell with a one-timer. Got nothing on it. And the puck picked off by Nilsson. He cleared.
Well, they set up the play nicely. They wanted to get the one-timer from Bell. They did, but he whiffed on it.
Now Richmond up the ice. Will dump it in. Going to chase it himself. Gets to it in behind the net. Then it's jammed free to the near board. Arneson. It escaped him and went loose to center. Half a minute left on the Blackhawk power play. And now we're halfway through the third. It remains 0-0. Richmond scooped it in there. Warner put it up the boards. Vandermeer had it knocked off his stick and out of the zone. Now on the near side, they work along the boards. Flames jam it loose. Lombardi to the Hawk line with it. And Donovan went in there offside. As the Calgary penalty expires, both teams at full strength. We're halfway through the third. 0-0. This is Blackhawk hockey.
Fall sports are here, and that means it's time to take the Miller Lite.
Go. Attention Blackhawk fans, join head coach Trent Yanni, Adrian Aucoin, Mark Bell, and Kyle Calder at the Bartlett Ballroom in the Cadillac Ranch on February 27th for Hungry for Hockey. Call 312-455-7033 for reservations.
Now it's in the Hog zone. Reinprecht from the far corner. Meanwhile, Seabrook hit behind the net, is shaken up. Slow to get up. Uh-oh. The puck wound up in the crease where it's covered up by Monroe, and Brent Seabrook can't put any weight on his left leg.
And that's the leg that he hurt before, and he's got a big brace on that, and he went down awkwardly, tried to turn around and was kind of hit from behind, and you mentioned it, Pat. He hasn't put any weight on that left foot, gingerly being helped off the ice by the head trainer, Mike Yapsky, and I don't like to see that. And I actually just talked to Seabrook this morning to ask him how it was. He said it's been great. It hasn't been tweaking at all, and this certainly doesn't look good. And hopefully he just tweaked it and then really kind of give him a stinger down the leg. But
oh boy, the puck was approaching him. He was hit a little bit from behind by Nilsson, and you could see his knee give. We've had the benefit of a Calgary replay here, and it almost looked like he didn't anticipate any contact there, and not braced for the hit in any way, and his knee really slightly buckled on him, and he is limping back toward the Hawk dressing room.
Well, the good thing is, Pat, is he does have a brace on that, and that knee would have been in a lot worse shape if he didn't have that brace on.
Here's Reinprecht right in. Big save by Monroe. Steven Reinprecht. After the Flames jammed it out of the corner, he walked right to within 15 feet right in the middle of the ice. Monroe with a point-blank stop.
That's that area where you come out of the corner, and if you're in a cycle, you want to come out high, so you're giving yourself some space and some time to shoot that puck, and as you're coming away from the net, you let a good shot go, and Reinprecht certainly does have a good shot. 9 goals this season. Goal and assist last game against the Colorado Avalanche, and Adam Monroe up to the task.
Now Amati rolled it back of the Hawk net. Cleared to the near side, held it by Phaneuf. His long wrister floats wide. And Curtis Brown able to clear it to center. Dowd shooting it in. 4 players battle in the near corner. Nobody can pry it free yet. Now there are 6 in the neighborhood. Finally, it squirts loose to the Flames. Hammerlick up with it. Cleared it over the line to Celius. Chipped it in deep. Brown to the right wing board. Dowd. He cleared it into the neutral zone. Taken now by Adrian Aucoin. Clearing it back into the Calgary end. Bell from the far corner. Round one check, cuts in. Was tied up as he tried to shoot, and a penalty is coming up here against the Hawks, or maybe against the Flames.
It's on the one in the corner where Mark Bell got hauled down coming out of the corner.
It looked like both teams had possession of the puck after the referee's arm went up. I couldn't figure out who he was calling out, but you're right. It's Kobasu having a seat.
Well, Mark Bell was going to be able to get to the front of the net, but Kobasu back as a forward, back checking. Hooked up Mark Bell. So 7:33 to go here, Pat, and here's the difference in the game. If the Blackhawks can get this power play working, it struggled so far in the game. They've switched up the look. They've got Kyle Calder and Jim Vandermeer on the points right now. Actually, Bell will go back to point. He just took the face-off, won the face-off.
Calder,
off we go here.
Kovasu, 2 minutes for hooking at 12:27.
The Blackhawks on their power play tonight, nothing out of 6, and a total in the game of 15 shots. Wow, here comes Verbata over the line. Cleared it around the boards. Back to the near point, Vandermeer. Top of the ring to Verbata. He mishandled it. They'll need to regroup at center. Verbata flipped it ahead, over the line, Lapointe. Left it for Verbata, near board. Good pass to Vandermeer. Shot. Oh, that just hit the blocker of Kiprasov, who was being screened by Calder. Now Verbata on the near board. Walks to the dot. Gave it to Lapointe. Out to the line, Vandermeer. Now to the near corner, Lapointe. Threw it in deep. Calder back of the goal. Walked out in front with a wraparound. And a save by Kiprasov. Rebound taken by Calder. To the far side, Bell. Walks to the middle of the ice. Now with a wrist shot. Kiprasov, good save. Rebound. They score. He thought he had it, but he didn't. And Kyle Calder able to poke it home. Kiprasov looked as if he had control of the puck and was waiting for the whistle, but the Hawks on the power play have grabbed the lead.
Mark Bell did an excellent job of putting Stefan Yell, who's an excellent shot blocker, down to the ice, and he held on to it, went around, and finally found that shooting lane. He fired it towards the net. Kiprasov thought he had it. Kyle Calder and Marty Lapointe both getting some whacks at it. I'm not sure who's going to get credit for it. It's either going to be Calder or Marty Lapointe. I think it might have been Marty Lapointe on his second whack. Kiprasov thought that he had that puck in his glove, and he was down in the butterfly position. But Marty Lapointe's second whack on that puck went off Robin Rigueir's shin pad and into the open net. And Pat, we just talked about the fact that it really doesn't matter what happened. If the power play worked in that instant, it was going to be a huge goal for the Blackhawks. They're going to count this one, and Marty Lapointe's going to get his 6th power play of the season, his 11th goal.
On the power play, his 11th of the season, scored by number 22, Martin Lapointe. Assisted by number 28, Mark Bell, and number 19, Kyle Calder at 13:49. Blackhawk goal on the power play, his 11th, scored by Lapointe, assisted by Bell and Calder at 13:49.
And with the puck back into the Calgary zone after the faceoff, the Hawks had Bork out in front of the net battling for position. He's ruled to have gotten a stick up too high, and the Flames now will go back to the power play. 6 minutes to go in the third. 1-0 Hawks is Blackhawk hockey.
It's time for Thrill Radio, brought to you by Mitsubishi. The following is entirely fictional. Believe only the facts about the Mitsubishi Eclipse and the thrilling emotions of driving one.
So I got into my Mitsubishi.
Troy Murray and Pat Foley back at the United Center. A little under 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Blackhawks finally get on the scoreboard. First, Mark Bell gets a good shot on net, and Marty Lapointe relentless down in that front of the net area where he takes a couple whacks at it and gets his 6th power play goal of the season, his 11th overall, and that's a huge one.
15. Blackhawk penalty call, number 14, Bork. 2 minutes for high sticking at 14:15.
All right, now the Flames on their man advantage. They get it over the Hawk line, but a pass jumped away from Muselius. They'll have to chase back. So I mentioned Dion Phaneuf, who has 11 goals this year, 10 on the Calgary power play. He's got a great shot. They'll be looking for him at the point as he sends one into the Chicago end. Langkow back of the net. Cleared it to the near side. And it's stolen away by Barnaby as he took it off the stick of Huselius. Barnaby cleared it. 70 seconds for the Calgary power play. Now a steal by Calder, right in, short end, and he scores! Kyle Calder, a brilliant read and steal as Phaneuf tried to go rink wide with a pass. Calder in the lane, stole it, walked in, roofed it over the glove of Kiprasov. A shorty makes it 2-0.
That's third shorthanded goal of the season for the Hawks. And you mentioned this is a rookie mistake from a rookie who's having an excellent season. Or actually, Roman Hammerlick, he tries to throw it across the front of the net area, and Kyle Calder coming straight across the ice, picks this one off, goes in all alone, and he just throws it top shelf on Kiprasov. Kiprasov down on that butterfly. Kyle Calder just puts it perfectly upstairs, and that's a huge goal. Specialty teams coming through here. First the power play, and then a penalty kill with a big shorthanded effort.
Unassisted at 15-12. Blackhawks shorthanded goal, his 12th, scored by Calder, unassisted at 15-12.
Now the Flames continue on the power play, and yes, it was Hammerlick. I thought Phaneuf had made that pass, but it was the veteran Hammerlick in his first game coming back after injury. And Calder made him pay with a huge steal and score. Hawks now able to get control from their own end and clear it. One more rush available on this Calgary power play. 4 minutes to go in the third. 2-0 in favor of the Hawks as the Flames send it in. Cullimore back. Now checked in behind the goal. Fought through it. Rolled it loose to the far side of the Flames. Keep it in. Lombardi back of the net. Now picked it up. Shot from a bad angle. That's blocked. Donovan now. Meanwhile, the Hawk penalty over. Both teams are at full strength. Now in behind the Hawk net. Here's Nilsson trying to center. A shot went just wide. A coin. Chipped it up the boards. That one held in. Ryan Craig tried to center. Here's a Donovan tied up from behind. Nice play by Bell. A couple of great defensive plays by Mark Bell in this game have prevented good Calgary scoring chances. Now the Flames with a hand pass for a whistle.
Well, that was a great read by Mark Bell. He was high up in the defensive zone, and Donovan got a nice little feed from the corner, and he was all alone with Adam Monroe, but Bell came back and he lifted the stick of Donovan, dove for the puck and knocked it into the corner. That's just a great second effort.
Now it's dumped into the Calgary zone. 3 minutes remain in the third. Warner sending it up the boards. Hawks put it back into the Flame zone. And now out they come. McCarty put it deep into the Hog zone. Richmond back. Hit it to the near board. That jump loose to Yakubov. Gets to center. And tried to move in, but Dowd had been trapped in there offside, so the whistle sounds.
Well, you never know what side was going to break first, and it was a great power play effort, and then a great shorthanded read by Kyle Calder, and that's been the difference. This has been a dogfight all game long, and the shots end up right now 21-20 in favor of the Flames, but this has been a well fought out battle so far, and the Hawks need to finish this off here with 2.5 to go.
Now Jordan Leopold deep in his own end. Give it to Regier. Regier looking for a Ginla, right wing over the line. Keith in his way. Now it winds up on the near board. Kobasu back of the net to a Ginla. He's checked this time by Cullimore. Spins his way to the far side. Another quick maneuver to the side of the net. Tried to center. And the skate of Cullimore in the way. And then a Ginla went down. A penalty will be given here to Cullimore.
Cullimore's not happy about this, and this is...
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is a tough call. Jason Cullimore's battling one-on-one with one of the best power forwards, if not the best power forward in the game today, Joe McGinley. And McGinley just giving it his all down and deep, and Cullimore giving him all that he can handle, and McGinley finally just falls down, and that's a tough situation. I don't know what Cullimore can do other than what he was doing there and just keep battling. So this is huge right now. You've got a little bit under 2 minutes to go. The Calgary Flames are going to be on the power play. They've just talked to Kiprasov on whether he's going to change or not. He's standing out near the blue line, so if the Flames win this draw, I'm pretty sure Kiprasov's going to head to the box.
And now the draw. Brown got it into the far corner. Flames able to get control of it. Ryan Preck His centering pass broken up, and Kiprusoff somehow, for some reason, staying in the game. They've got it in the Hawk zone. Centering pass never got to McCarty. Deflects to the deep slot, held into Phaneuf. His long shot is deflected in behind the net. Darren McCarty picking it up. McCarty checked by Duncan Keith. Rolled it up the boards. Flames able to keep it in. Now back of the goal it goes, and there goes Kiprusoff. They got 6 attackers out there now. Here's a long shot, blocked by Curtis Brown. Flames keep it in. Marcus Nilsson chipped it into the near corner. Now a centering attempt to flex back to the boards. Hawks able to pick it up. Holmquist, he's able to scoop it to center. Now the Flames with 6 attackers on their power play. Cleared over the line, Nilsson. He lost the handle to Duncan Keith. Sends it up the boards and out. We go to the final minute of the third now. 2-0 Hawks. Flames on their power play. Have a Ginley in over the line. Toward the deep slot. Tied up now still with a shot and a save by Monroe. Rebound in behind the net. Jam loose to Bell. He lost it. Here's a centering pass. A shot is stopped. And a goal might have been saved by Calder, who was in behind Monroe. In behind the goal, they wrestle for it. Here's a centering pass. A shot. Stopped by Monroe. Rebound cleared the other way. Half a minute remains in the game. And the Flames didn't miss by much from converting on this power play, as Monroe got some help from his friends. Now Phaneuf, a long shot, and a save by Monroe gave a rebound. Cleared to the far corner. Centering pass from Donovan didn't connect. Deflects to the line. Held into Phaneuf, top of the ring. Shooting, and a save tip. Oh, it deflected just outside the far post. 5 seconds. Centering pass, stopped by Monroe. He holds it. And .9. Now the clock shows no time. I think, though, we may wind up with a face-off before this is all said and done. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle had sounded, with the Flames jamming the front of the net. And the Hawks trying to protect their goal crease.
Well, this is just a mad flurry, and I'll tell you what, Adam Monroe doing all that he can here, and Kyle Calder, you mentioned it. We're taking another look at the replay on the Calgary monitor. He did save a goal. He was right down in front of the net. Lombardi thought that he had a shot. They're going to call this one a game, so
the Flames are leaving. This one's over. The Hawks have won it. And Adam Monroe, in his 13th NHL game ever, has recorded a shutout. So what a comeback for Monroe, who was yanked in his last start. Now tonight makes a 26-save comeback. 13 shots for the Flames in the third, and none of them went in. The Hawks outshot 13-9 in the third, 26-20 in the game. But the Blackhawks got a power play goal from Marty Lapointe.